but never sleeps. How you doing?
All I know is comparing Orlando to Adenia is kind of an insult. Adenia is actually beautiful looking, but here it's Orlando.
It's the place of magic.
Disneyland over here, but
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be a great time. Last week was the very first one. I got to watch you and Rome bring that in. It was a fun time. Obviously, it was day -3 at the time, so a whole lot of fireballs were thrown. We saw a lot of Sindel, but we have seen a lot of people kind of come into their own now. It feels like we're seeing a much bigger variety now.
Yeah, we're seeing the dance around more in cameos, right? How cameos are going to complement characters across the board, how they're going to either make them grow exponentially in their toolkit or expand upon like how their combo routing works, maybe even set play. I mean, me playing Smoke, I've seen Smoke utilized with, both Serena and also Cyrax Sector as well, just for various different styles, and we've seen a lot of that too, especially when you focus on Sindel as far as zoning. So we're kind of par for the course for the opening of an NRS title. We're going to see that opening zoning, but also the expansion upon how intricate the combo system is in Mortal Kombat 1 has been really fascinating to watch in this last week.
Yeah, I'm glad to see people using more cameos because like Serena's like food with no seasoning. Like, you may have cooked with that combo, but it was kind of bland. They ain't nothing really good about it. But we're seeing a lot more changes now. Obviously, we saw a little bit of usage of Sector. He's got diet hit and missile, if you will.
Yep.
Because that has really good set play. It steals turns. It stops you from getting thrown.
Yep.
But Cyrax is everywhere.
Yeah, Cyrax extensions are really interesting, especially when you talk vertical helicopter, forward helicopter, plus the net to keep you stunned a little bit as well. But yeah, even in his counterpart Sector, having the missile. Also, I don't see a whole lot of utilization of the uppercut, like as an anti or two, just like to kind of keep the opponent guessing full screen.
Sector's uppercut's a little weird because it's like it's got. You could combo off of it kind of, but the timing is hard.
That is hard.
So there are some characters that can utilize it, like Scorpion can, but it has to be like a real tight window. But I think just the utilization of having the fire and the hit and missile has been a big usage of that.
Exactly. Yeah, even more so on the fire. Great point there. And of course, an even better one, that Matcherino that we do have. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. We'll get you to that page. Utilize those free codes. We greatly appreciate it. Just because we're not in Tampa doesn't mean we don't have a match arena for you to take advantage of to help the players out. Of course, that bare minimum goal is $300 in the pot for the top 4 payout, $600 for top 6, and then $1,000 for that top 8 payout. We would greatly appreciate it if y'all helped at least in a tiny way by clicking the claim code. If you already did, retweet that this is going on live. Let folks know the Matcherino is there, and we do have MK1 action starting day 0 at CEO Taku.
Yeah, and speaking of, day 0 tomorrow, it starts.
By the way, guys, shout out to TitaniumTigerz for actually hosting this tournament. If you want to support their channel, you can just head to twitch.tv/TitaniumTigerz. Or their YouTube channel is the same thing. Tampa never sleeps. They've been doing a lot of things for this scene. I mean, the Mortal Kombat just got released and they've been hosting very good tournaments, top tier and high level tournaments. So if you want to watch the full version of this tournament, head to their channel and you'll get the full version of this tournament over there.
Hit confirm? Like he would just go into ball without actually believing that, like knowing whether it was going to hit. Because it's not a super lingering low off of that string. I think it's 2-3 or 2-4-4, if I remember correctly. The fact that he just kept getting the pressure that he was doing blows my mind. But Melina's nuts.
I have to check that out. Yeah, Melina I've seen a little bit of, not a whole lot. On Slayer's stream, right, too. To check out some of that gameplay. She definitely seems absolutely terrifying, almost to the scale of like, and not like 1-for-1, right, but like to the scale of how Smoke kind of plays out that neutral as well too, like how she kind of just controls space in such a unique way.
Yep. Oh, we got a banger. Pulse for so I haven't seen Pulse play yet, but he's gonna play Johnny. So yeah, I mean it's Pulse, so it's gonna be a strong play of lockdown no matter what. But Splash's Kung Lao, we mentioned it earlier. He played up against KSM Shop, he got second, but his Lao was disgusting.
We'll see the dance start out here. Pulse on Johnny Cage to start.
Johnny Cage always with good lockdown. Great combo extensions on for Goro. And also just the Goro lockdown that he brings. You never really see the stomp, but it's always a threat in the play. But it's mostly that just quick rising punch that you see that just provides such great lockdown.
Yeah, that's the terrifying thing. is. Like, you're always in the back of your mind thinking, all right, you have Goro, so a stomp could be imminent here.
It still blows my mind seeing Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like,
Yeah.
and for people who, everybody should know by now, the fact that he's in the game is huge for MK. But you saw a splash trying to layer the low into overhead, low mix up. Even though it's not a lot of damage, it's still that conditioning we mentioned before.
Yeah.
But Pulse, big opportunity to try and rush down here. He doesn't have a lot for the hype meter though. There's not really anything there.
Yeah, I think, granted, like, having hype meter does get some ridiculous damage, some great combos as well, but also I think Johnny can kind of rest on his own laurels in neutral without really needing to 100% utilize hype gauge. Of course, you want to optimize Johnny? Yes, you're using that hype gauge, but at this point in time, I don't think we're expecting that from everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Pulse doing exactly what we've seen from Johnny for years. Just lockdown. Plus frames, keep him still. Not really much you can do outside of like poking back with down 3, because if you try to get too reckless, you're going to take a lot. Kind of like right now, straight to 300. I thought he was going to spend the bar, but it doesn't even need it. Oh, that's a big punch. Only take it, actually, never mind. Down 2 into down 1. He had enough time to be able to punish that. And shout out to Emperor Dante with the subscription. Again, this is September, so it's a little bit cheaper, and all that goes right back into support for TNS.
Here we're taking to the skies. I'm down here before you are. Let's extend it to this corner.
Love the shot on this. And we were talking about the stomp again. Like, actually, using hat into stomp, I didn't even realize how good of a setup that is.
Nice breaker here. And also, I just double checked here. This is actually a top 8 qualifier as well. We've already got 3 top 8 competitors here. That would have been Ludi, Rewind, and Rebel. Oh, winner of this.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you looked it up too, because it felt like we had to be getting close at this point. If this is one of our matches.
All right, like,
that is a very, very frightening Johnny Cage standing on his side, because he has hype meter available.
Yes.
Doesn't finish his combo though.
Not finishing combo for Johnny Cage.
He doesn't have access to Sub-Zero either, so he might actually just use it to guarantee that he gets a closeout, but instead, just hold on.
All right. Check. Oh no, that's a wrap for sure. That's tragic. One mistake, especially at, you know, a hair's breadth away from death.
It's still a good one. Subscribe to TNS as well. We see you, we notice you, we appreciate you. Every single one of that does help. And you know, we mentioned it before. We talk about how good Kung Lao is, but we don't see too many of them yet. Splash is one of the go-tos to see. We didn't even see the 4-3 overhead either. That's another really sneaky option. With the Goro, I'm pretty sure you can confirm off the Goro into another 30 plus, about 30, like 35% if I remember correctly.
Really?
So, yeah, so 4-3, he doesn't need to use it that often, but when it does hit, it hurts.
Works out well. Very fascinating exploration on, yeah, just the possibilities of how, like, you open up so many routes with the addition of a cameo on top of it. Just, that's so cool.
It still blows my mind, by the way, just looking at that team. Like, Kung Lao.
Goro.
Bro, you need to talk to your boy Liu Kang, bro. Because in a different era.
What does it take to be
Yeah, but this is a young Goro. You know, I mean, also, not in this era. In the new era.
In the new era, he got to keep his arms in his life.
In the new era, everyone is friends.
That's what we'd like to. Actually, yes. It's like a shonen anime at this point.
I mean, it is.
Everybody is a friend. Which I do really like the Reptile rebrand. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty. It's really cool. Down 1 is gonna get blown up though. Hat, cover, wake up.
Nothing but net gonna block it. You will play this dance because that's what we're fishing for. We got the armor, nice little buffer on the shadow kick.
Pulse showcasing the good movement too, just canceling off of dash into block. Look how far he's going. That was, I'm so glad that NRS listened to that too, because back in the beta, everybody was asking for that, and they added it in. So it's making a huge difference.
Yeah, which one, I'm sorry? The off the dash block?
Yeah, off the dash block. Yeah, you see how far, like how quick he's going with it?
Okay. I didn't realize that. I didn't get access to the beta, confess. Yeah, because I'm sitting here like, yeah, totally. But tell me about it anyways, just so I wasn't there.
My fault, King. Well, it's all good. All right, so Pulse having a bit of a hard time getting in, though. One of the things that is always a detriment to Johnny is getting in on good spacing and zoning, which Normally, once he gets in, it's just his turn for the rest of the game. But Splash has been able to keep him out so well between both the hat toss and Goro.
Shimmy? Yeah, we are definitely bumping this. I dare you to throw this hat. I know it's coming, but we got the pickup. No, dropped!
I'm curious if he wanted to go for vertical and he just got a pre-buffered because he assumed that, or maybe he thought he was going to be in a block string instead. Didn't believe in the hit confirm.
Oh, yep, there's the forward helicopter right there as well, so that's why that extra chip.
Speaking of complete lockdown too, that's exactly what Splash has been able to do back. This is, for characters that are a bit more aggressive than usual, this has been a very slow-paced game because they're both being very careful about where they hit.
Yeah.
That's just the understanding of both these players being very solid. Hearing Jean-Claude Van Damme say money shot. It's so, it sounds so unique. But
Sarah just put up a very good call out here. Jean-Claude Van Damme is in 2 fighting games.
Final round.
I love Jason. Oh my god. The side, actually, I did. It's so good.
No vertical. I wanted 4, but the down 1 game begins. Nice forward throw.
All right. Every single time he's not been willing to utilize the hype meter. Like he's so far not once yet has used it. So that's a lot of damage that's kind of being left on the table. Maybe he just wants to save it for a specific moment.
This will be the time, right? All right. I mean, you need the stack, right? So when you're looking at it here, nice finish from Paul.
Oh, my fault, King.
Yeah.
Like,
the way I see it is that we don't have like a stun to make it just like, you have to kind of activate that raw to then go into that big damage, right? And Cyrax doesn't offer a stun unless I'm already taking up to the skies with vertical helicopter. But by that point, why activate hype? I just do the extra damage up there.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if Pulse evolves the game plan with the utilization of hype meter. I don't think you're necessarily losing a whole lot, like I said at the first game of set, because Johnny's already strong to begin with, just with the base set. But you're right in the fact that that is a lot of damage lost because you're not utilizing that additional feature.
Yeah, luckily, you know, he did show us at the end. We didn't really see any big combos yet. It was always about like 28% off of the ending with the nut punch.
Right.
That one though was a 40% ender, which he just hadn't been able to find yet because he either would not believe in the hit confirm at the time, or Splash would just be like calling out when he wanted to go for it.
Right.
But it looks like Pulse getting some good adaptations, gonna get down to back, but rare occurrence of him deciding to wake up with EX Shadow Kick.
No kidding. All right, nice approach here. Got the pop up. Another one for you.
28% again. Keep him locked down.
Yep. Go for the W there, but delay wake up there from Splash. Nice interrupt. Overhead.
There's that 4-3 we were talking about before. He doesn't use it all the time, but when he does, it leads to so much. He got a quick 30% out of that, almost closing out the round.
Boom.
I think is that the first jump back dive kick we've seen of the set?
Yeah, because usually it's just for the young kicks, right?
I think so. Which usually, like, I mean, that's just, and now he's starting to pull them out more. Splash is layering them now. It's like, hey, I didn't use this tool before.
You figure this neutral out? Fine. Here's another one for you. This is ridiculous. Kung Lao on Kung Lao. Keep zoning it out. That's such a wild thing.
Actually, yeah.
Because you can't walk forward, and I keep the skies pretty well covered.
I did not realize that he had switched to Lao until he just put it out. So I was like, wait, where'd that low hat come from? That wasn't there before.
Hold on to this one, which is a smart call because now you're slowing down the dash blocking from Pulse entirely.
Yeah, and he's got enough damage output by itself, like you were just alluding to not have to have Goro on him. So if you could just keep Pulse locked down, most important thing, let's see if he can find that low hat again.
Right.
And spending the meter to make sure he can keep himself safe, landing back down with the J2.
Very important.
Big chance. Lock it down. Ooh. Wake up that time. He's been thrown almost every other time before that, so it's actually really smart to answer back.
Maybe next time.
Backflip.
Yeah, just backflipping on your opponent in combat is insane. Round start from both of them though. Low hat and Nets, they both stayed still though.
Yeah, that armor worked out for you. That's surprising that Net gave Johnny that armor for a bit there. What?
he is waking up aggressive off way more often now.
The movement here for Pulse.
Splashing the same too, so dash canceling back and forth. Bro, this is definitely the best utilization of dash blocks I've seen so far from anybody. But that's Pulse showing, like, look, it is not easy to get in even with that.
Nice jump in. Beautiful confirm to get the grab bounce. Doesn't send it all the way. Just goes for an easy reset. Chip damage away though.
Keep him locked down is the name of the game right here. Look at how much damage he took off of block alone.
Ooh, you could try to get that fatal, but hey, we got the meaty.
In the message set at the end too, we talked about it before. This was an upcoming potential high-level set. That's exactly what we just saw from Pulse and Splash. So Splash had incredible lockdown at the beginning with the Goro and kind of keeping him away.
Yeah.
And then Pulse had a little bit of a hard time getting in at first, but that just goes to show, like, you have plenty of time on the clock. If you could just get someone in the corner with Johnny, everything goes south.
You know, and that's kind of been the way that Johnny has been over the last few years of Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, every
hey,
one of them.
You don't get to leave this corner. This is your space. You get comfortable, decorate it how you want. It's yours. Yeah.
This Johnny gives me a lot of shades of MK9 Johnny, which is a very frightening statement to put out into the air because how good those plus frames were a different level, but the playstyle feels very similar.
I'm glad you say that because it seems like the entire cast is like that, right? They're all some sort of shade of a previous version of themselves in another Mortal Kombat. Like, they all have some sort of representation, whether it be MK9, X, and so on. Especially, too, when you look at how meter works in this game, too. That is very much a blend of 9 and X in this game, too. So it's interesting that they did that across the cast and also gave that refresh for your 3D characters as well.
Yeah. The jump scare that happened when I saw 4-3 be the knee was like, oh no, not again.
Mortal Kombat history that I can really recall.
Not in the 2D fighter plane.
Right. I mean, her speed alone, right? Like, I can't imagine she was that fast in her previous appearance, right? So that definitely would have been the one that I missed out on. But yeah, it's definitely going to be really interesting to see how that character evolves, because that speed, that damage output alone, coupled with cameo assists as well, like, that's going to be fascinating to see how she changes the face of MK and how players perform defensively here. Next up, Rebel and Rewind. This is our winner semis top 8 matchup here. Ashra versus Draco.
Yes. Also, shout out to Too Easy. I see you in there, man. We saw Rebel play so well against Titanium a little while ago to shut down a zoning lockdown style character. Now you have to play that same type of playstyle where you play mid-range against someone who loves to command grab and rush you down. That is going to be a significantly harder task because we just saw Rewind absolutely run over Rebel game 1.
Round 2.
Darius coming in. What are you here for, bro?
So I'm just here, bro. I'm supporting, man. I'm here to kick people one time and get a paycheck.
Nice. Missile keeps you safe.
You need that against Reiko, man. The more and more that we see a Reiko, the more frightening he becomes. Like, he's got, like you mentioned before, the range on his normals are already like crazy enough. It feels like he can almost out-poke the distance that Ashra has. But these confirms off of throws into 300 plus is just nuts.
Yeah. Still checking. Oh, you got caught up blocking. You're going to be holding that for a while. A nice little punish from Rewind.
Rewind seeing all the way through that. Now you can just go into a zoning where you can't outzone this. It's the same problem as Kenshi. The low fireball or the heavenly slash both get blown up by Shuriken.
Tragic. Good round here and still catching Rebel with the tornado from Darius. Game 1 for Rewind.
That was dominant.
Yeah.
I don't. Rewind has been on the grind as we expect, but he has been streaming non-stop, practicing pretty much every day. So I don't know which Ashra he's been practicing against, but he has that matchup on lock.
Darius hanging.
Right back into here, just a little side swap because King of the Hill.
Never in existence has there been a sinless warrior.
All right, let's find out what Rebel's going to do to answer back, because Rebel was able to do something very similar against Titanium a little while ago. Started to find the block strings and started to poke through them to get around that. The biggest thing right now is making sure you don't get hit by these because you do not want your sector to be off of availability. You need to make sure that you can have access to him at all times.
Very true. That's one down.
Sector getting hit in the background too.
Or you even throwing the shuriken, probably just throwing a mess at people. You're just like, I hope this hits you.
Look, it'll find its mark eventually. Oh, Darius, you literally have one job. You have one job, bro. That is the confirm.
Yeah, did it again. Hey, just Darius is gone.
He was like 3 for 3 before that. He's allowed to have one miss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it can't be perfect.
No, he was all the way over there. Oh, you know what that reminded me of? You know that the clip of where they're like pulling the dudes away and the guy does that spin kick and then just keeps walking? It's the exact same thing.
Nice break. More shuriken play. All right, here we go. Nice down one.
Yeah, just keep him locked down. It's not, the fear of that position is so frightening because you don't want to try and challenge it, but if you hold block for too long, you take 30% for being grabbed.
Yeah. Missile had to respect it here. Full charge. Oh, break your leg with this kick.
Back four, gonna catch that sweep once again. Even it's still anti-air range, and now we're reaching that. Oh, we don't even need it.
A really solid character, terrifying, great damage output.
I'm sorry, I just got tripped up. I just saw return JP to this game. Look, no, Street Fighter stole JP from Injustice or Mortal Kombat. Don't do it.
It's a tough time.
There's going to be a bunch of people this weekend that are going to do it. I'm so sorry. The CEO Talk is going on this weekend because, like we said, this is day 0. Tomorrow at 2 is when MK1 pools will begin, by the way. I don't remember if it's on TNS or if it's on CEO stream.
It's on TNS.
Is it on TNS? Okay, so it'll be here, and it'll be at 2 o'clock, which... Is it us? I think it's back us again in the morning.
It's gonna be us.
It's us again.
It's us again.
You get a double dose.
You get a double dosage of us.
This.
A lot of great games will be
I
played.
lied. It's on Juicy Game Night. It's not.
It's on Juicy. We lied to you, but we did not lie about the fact that Stendhal is coming up because Ludi is here, running with the Sub-Zero this time.
Yeah, so that helps out with the armor. We did see that last week with Ludi on Sub-Zero just to get the armor up. Which is interesting because that is for sure a go-to pick. You're gonna go for the instant overhead.
Bro, they're so good. Would you like 40%? I don't know if you asked, but you're gonna get it. Bro, Ludi just does not drop these. 38%, and now he has block stream pressure. But this is where Pulse can go off. I lied. He got reversed immediately. I don't disagree with it either.
Nice pickup. Ooh! I got armor moves. What of it?
Yeah, 2 times in a row. Make sure you lock him down. It's very hard to try and play a fireball game against Johnny Cage Shoe. That's the crazy thing that you wouldn't expect because he doesn't have the ability to zone back. But his movement is so quick.
Ooh, stand block. Look, fool me once, and Pulse already got the adjustment. Nice blows out.
This is about to get hairy. Fruity, we're about to take your mod away for the day for that one. I'm just kidding. I'm only mad because I didn't say it myself. JK jumping in. He's refusing to get locked down.
Yeah, it's
at some point he's
absolutely
gonna get blown up, but
it's absolutely hair raising.
yeah.
Another couple ducks here.
What?
It's the camera. Camera does that on forward throw sometime after a block there.
Okay.
No lie, it does that. I do. Hey,
It's actually the first time I ran into that, so it tripped me up.
oh man. Well, you're not throwing enough.
Great. Yeah, I guess. I thought I was, but I gotta throw more. Airfile lockdown. Oh, this is gonna be a lot of damage. He's gonna get to that 3 bars though, so I don't think you want to spend it here though. You're up the round, so there's no real point.
Yeah, that should finish. No, not enough. There we go.
At that point, just the block. Chip damage will take care of it, because if you try to enhance wake up, you're taking the trade there.
Yeah, I mean, at that life deficit, look, I have 3 bars. I'm good on the next round. Cool. Duck.
Good range on these pokes.
Low. Was expecting another high fireball, so got caught, and that's the mind game that you play. Keep sending it, condition the opponent, then you got the low.
A good read on Pulse too to catch that low, because he was able to get a full corner, like not full corner carry, but he was able to walk it all the way down after that jump in.
Nice helicopter pickup, but the wrong direction. Unfortunate there.
Yeah, that'll happen sometimes to Cyrax. You misposition, you're punished, and he sends you. It ends up sending him away.
it's just like a 1 or 2 frame miss time on the summon even. It's disastrous sometimes.
Let's see if he can pick it back up. The net not going to catch him because of that armor from Sub-Zero. There's so much just presence behind that stop too. There's 4-3-4. They lock him down again though. Today's watch that, like, it may not seem like a lot, but you watch that health just continue to slowly fall off of that chip damage.
Ooh, walked into the Lust Shaker. Yeah, immediate break. One touch is all that Pulse has left.
Yeah, navigating around Sindel with all of what she's gonna have, you have to worry about not only the fireballs, but at some point Sub-Zero might shoulder charge in.
Yep.
So,
which we haven't seen that yet from Ludi, right?
Yeah.
So it's usually just been armor, which is interesting. The 2 Sub-Zero cameo assists, we haven't seen the other assists come through. It's only been armor.
I wonder if, well, I mean, with the other one was Kenshi.
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, with Kenshi, like, mostly that would be for, the shoulder charge would be for Sento, which we saw, I think, 1 individual time. But for Sindel, she doesn't, I don't know if she really gets that much more off of her damage with that freeze. If anything, it might scale it more, because she gets so much off of just using her natural.
Right, yeah, totally fair, right? You know, if anything, I think we use shoulder charge just to get that room, so you can go back to zoning.
Which is great because we see not only the offense, but we're seeing defense too.
Yeah.
And I think we only saw 1 Serena tonight, so we're seeing a lot of people have been making different adjustments.
It's that exploration period. Like, yeah, you know, it's easy. Just send Serena double pizzas. We got the easy confirm, but what else can I do with the other characters?
Yeah, take that time and figure things out. A lot of range on that. Of course, you can keep that safe with the fireball and Sub-Zero in the back just to get that armor. Make sure there's no punish.
Unfortunate jump 3 arc from Pulse here. You're stuck in the corner. Again, Sindel, Ludi can actually catch up and does. Nice pickup.
Good recognition for Pulse. Once the meter was gone, it's like, okay, well, you can't go for the instant overhead anymore. So if you want to jump, I'm going to punish it.
No, missed the stand 1, but that's okay.
Dude, Johnny is so crazy because it feels like Johnny's losing the match most of the game, and then he just wins because it just piles on so fast.
Damage adds up. Yeah.
Four neutral wins off 25%. That's the round, and that's exactly what it just keeps piling on.
Yeah, I'm chipping away. Look at how much chip damage. Yeah, totally.
I remember when I said before, I felt like this reminded me a lot of MK9 Johnny. Yeah, this round is just giving, it is giving me some flashbacks right now. This should be the round if he decides to spend a little bit extra with it. Doesn't even need to.
All right, 1-all.
Actually, he did. He ended up, okay, so he got the pickup, but still. Pulse is just so good at simplifying the game. I think that's the best way to put it.
Simplifying. Yeah, because, I mean, it's still the same practice, tried and true, you know, MKX flashbacks, right?
Yep.
Let me keep 50-50 block string over and over again until I pop you open, then I got an easy confirm.
Yep, and as long as if you're calm and you're cool and collected, you can navigate around zoning. It's way easier said than done, yes.
Always.
But if you can figure out how to navigate around it and you have something like Cyrax with always threatening the presence of net, they have to respect you at some point. That's the main reason why I think we're seeing Sub-Zero be picked a little bit more, because so many people are running Cyrax, and a lot of them all have good projectiles. It's been a good counter pick to that.
Yeah. Ooh, swapping out potentially Kano pick.
That'll be a lot of damage. It's a really good lockdown with that Kano ball.
Yeah, Kano ball to keep you guessing, especially if you hold it back as well. It's like, okay, now I'm still doing dash block because I have to respect this ball on screen.
Yeah, before Serena, Kano was the king of the cameos in the beta. I feel like everybody's kind of forgot about Kano after getting back into the main game. He's still very solid.
That's the thing, like, I went through all the cameos off like day 1 just to see what each one could really represent, and out of like the opening cast that you get, my top picks are definitely Frost, Cyrax, Sector, and of course Kano being on that list.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, good EX Shadow Kick to actually sneak his way through. There's the net. We talked about it. Finally outranging that too, because that normal's so good.
Money shot.
Look at that.
kill your turn.
It was all off block strings. That's it. It's all off a chip. He just did about like 25-ish% off of chip, and you just have to hold back. Oh, that's a big punish again.
These guys, nice bounce.
Yeah, do not give a full free combo starter to Johnny Cage. You are going to be asking for trouble. Finally, yeah, you had to break, but half health's already gone. Pulse on the set point.
Push back, no screen situation.
Is that cannonball we mentioned before, but yeah. Look at how quickly he closed the distance too. I just realized like even when Net's whipped, he sneaks in so fast.
No, too far for Lush Shaker to confirm here. Just put you in block stun. Now we're going to be holding this corner.
And the stagger off of 4-3-2, making sure, like, look, if you try to box your way out, it's over for you. And if you decide that you want to try to maybe go for fatal blow, I'm up around already. I got the meter to spend. I don't have to worry about it because I never cashed out the meter for that combo extender. I can just break your fatal blow right now. It would essentially checkmate.
Yeah, tough situation to be in. Just the complete control from Pulse here in this set. To play some Mortal Kombat 1. If that's not the only game that you're looking to play, hey, Monday, Guilty Gear Strive, Tuesday, King of Fighters, Wednesday, Street Fighter 6, Friday is Marvel, and of course, like I said, Thursday is that Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes, and of course, if you want to catch all of those matches, remember, don't forget to go check it out on the YouTube channel, which is Tampa Never Sleeps as well. All the matches go up pretty quickly as a giant match, so you can catch all of the action, and you'll also be able to see all of that action from CEO Otaku right here. But first things first, we got to get into this match of MMLO versus Pure. We saw Pure's Ashra earlier, looking phenomenal. We saw a little bit of Raiden from AJX earlier, and now we're going to see some Raiden come back into the mix. Or excuse me, Kung Lao. I did it twice. I see a hat and I get tripped up.
It's like, oh, Raiden. Yeah, see, first you said Raiden was Kung Lao, and you swapped it over. It's the color.
Well,
it looks like a Raiden color.
It does kind of look like a Raiden skin. That's, we are seeing the Goro as well, very similar to Splash. So Kung Lao with Goro seems to be one of the main two pairings that they've been running with.
Hats on.
Hats off to this matchup. God damn it. I'm more mad at myself for not going to it. But here we go again. This is the big thing. You can get that throw combo off of Scorpion. So being able to get that much damage off the unblock was huge. But the 4-3, gonna get that quick 200, doesn't get much else though. Yeah, MMLO was so close to being able to kind of stealing that round away off that 4-3.
The range of the normals from Ashra is so terrifying to deal with. Nice, we find the gap. Nice pickup with Goro as well to extend it. Rip, 350. Nice.
Kind of trying to zone back. It's very difficult to zone back Ashra in these situations because, she just gets knocked down so quick off of it versus the poke backs of the hat. So it's not really comfortable to try and get in that spot. Trying to dive kick his way out. There we go.
Nice job.
While not paying attention to the high again. Of course, that overhead is going to start making you think he's going to be able to get those quick sweep in. Here goes that quick confirm off of the throw. 230 damage, and that could be, didn't have the meter to be able to close that out, close that round out. Scary position. Hat throw does take the round, but you can't afford to take the hit, but he sneaks the hat in that time.
That is so fortunate there for MMLO. And that's the blessing of having a character that can, throw a fireball like the wall. Fireball. Here's our hat. We're tossing apparel out here.
Yeah, he really just decided to throw clothes professionally. So what if I attach this blade to this hat, bro? I love actually at the very beginning, just the creativity behind it.
No, that's a psychopath. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who's like, I threw a hat one day, and then I also threw a bladed disc. You know what I'm gonna go home and do for my hobby today? I'm gonna make a bladed hat, bro. What are you gonna do with that? I'm gonna throw it.
And he's gonna throw it at his friends at that. So he throws it at the other monks.
Why are you doing that? And you practiced it, bro.
We know it's not for the harvest. He hated farming. So it's.
What if it was for the harvest? What if he threw his hat to cut the wheat?
Oh, maybe just to speed up the process.
And then
You know what else he can do? Murder.
And you know what, Barry Island? He doesn't
I've
catch
heard
the
a
hat
lot
without
about
cutting
your
himself
man,
in this
though.
game.
She's
You
the
should
toughest
check
woman
out
in
the
Feng
story
Zhang.
mode. It's a fun time.
It is
Look, all your questions are answered and more if you play the story mode.
You know what? The more I think about it, in this new era, Liu Kang was not out for his boy's safety, bro. He really let him
Man,
make
you're
that
blind again?
he let him make that hat twice. Imagine him throwing rubber hats. That would be hilarious, to be honest.
Trying to go for up, trying to keep it safe with Goro. And Goro, look, man, the Old Spice working out for you. We can recognize that, but it ain't doing nothing for Astra.
Right, you don't see any perspiration marks underneath the Shokan arms, but that's going to be a lot of chip damage. Yeah, you just commit to that. You're already in the block string. That was going to be a round. And Pure 1 round away from... Pure has been dominating so far in this matchup. Try to get out EX punish, but unfortunately for him, he's going to take not only the throw, but a good amount of damage for it. See me an ultimate Frizzly. Kung Lao probably.
Ultimate Frizzly? What's a Frizzly? Is that a Twizzler Frisbee?
It's a new item at WoW.
Welcome to the Frizzly.
Welcome to the Frizzly, champ. All right, here we go. Going to spend that cash to be able to get a little bit more out. Actually, that I forgot that. That was actually the extender right there. But big damage that could come in from this. Go ahead, carry him over to the corner. 28% again. MMLO just one mistake away from losing this round. Goro nowhere to be found over by the hat.
Not the hat. Oh my
the
God!
hat,
But
bro.
look at this. We got how much point? Oh, 9 health, and you're still living MMLO.
Oh, the spear back from Scorpion to get him out of dodge. That was actually really smart.
My God! 0.09 in MMLO. Putting the fear into Pure. You saw that full screen distance. Look,
Bro,
I deal with this.
Pure was so smart to do that Scorpion pull back because without that spear, you're locked right next to him potentially for a jump in that you might have screwed up on.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, too, the lockdown pressure. Like that is like that's been the recurring theme. That having that additional assist character opens up your main character in so many ways here. Our next match is that TitaniumTigerz up against Splash. It's a double Kung Lao coming back.
I like that versus the Goro because at least with the double Kung Lao, you can do a very similar thing that Rewind did earlier with the Shurikens. You now have 2 hats to fight back against Kenshi's zoning. And if you could use that, plus your enhanced...
Yo.
What the hell?
Was that PlayStation? Was that Mortal Kombat?
What the... Who the hell is screaming in here right now? it's 10:14.
This place is haunted, all right? We can't come back to this.
It's Tong around here somewhere, man. He's screaming to scare us. This is all he's doing. Don't jump scare me in Mortal Kombat. It's already frightening enough. All right, here we go. So I mentioned it a minute ago. This zoning right here can get counteracted by that zoning right there. Now, what you can't do safely to jump in is jump in on a Cyrax net because now he has access to Sento. I like the idea of using Armored Spin. However, we just learned that does not beat that scenario. What's better than 1 bladed hat? 2!
I have all the hats. What are you going to do?
There's that 4-3 starter again. Gonna go ahead and get a quick 28%. The only way you're winning this match from this point forward now is that full lockdown, which so far, Splash has been able to do pretty well. And he does have matchup experience in this too, because we mentioned earlier, K7 Show-Off. He's been playing. They played together recently at that regional, but also, is that be enough? Oh no, he still had the Matrix. He was able to break it.
Yeah, but at what cost though, too? Oh no, actually, never mind. I'm wrong. I'm looking at the wrong health.
TitaniumTigerz holding on a pretty solid lead to try and keep that lead is the key against Kung Lao, because as we were seeing in that match, that it can steamroll very, very quickly. He has incredible strength pressure, and you do not want to have to get stuck with the high-low mix. Surprisingly not rushing in, but it looked like he was maybe trying to bait out on EX shoulder dash, or shoulder force hit. But either way, still big did. Oh, that's clean. That's clean. Teleport at the end to try and sneak in the overhead.
Yep, there we go. Hat toss. There's the low hat. nice.
That was really smart on Splash. I was curious as to why in the world was he backing up from that situation, but if he stays there, he's likely to have to deal with a fatal blow. But if he backs up, then all of a sudden he could go into the zoning war and force TitaniumTigerz to walk towards him.
What?
Net. Nothing but it. Doubling up on the hats. We got a sale at lids right now.
Yeah. Even a free graphic. Oh, man.
Imagine the stat back bladed hat. Let's get Kung Lao some tips with the bladed snapback. Get him the puffer jacket, bro. He's out here in New York.
We outside.
We outside here. All right. Right now, Splash is he had a very similar game plan, but it looks like TitaniumTigerz is kind of pushing away from that. It's like I think he's kind of figured out his hat timing, and he's getting way more hits.
I mean, honestly, Titanium's just like I can keep zoning, and I'll just hang out here the whole time.
Try to get
Yankees bladed hat.
it would absolutely be the Yankees bladed hat first, 100%.
What about the bacon, egg, and cheese?
Followed by the LA Dodgers. You know,
With the bev? With the bev?
I'm so sad they just said bacon, egg, and cheeses. Now I'm significantly hungrier. Why did you do that to me? Great job from TitaniumTigerz. Something he did really well that match is he started conditioning the overhead, which never hit, but it was all to close out for that low. That's all he needed. He just needed him to forget about the low at the end so he could close out that round.
One up from Titanium right now.
Let's see what he's going to do to make the adjustments. Do we see the Goro? Because the first round, the double Kung Lao was working very well. We're gonna stick with it.
Yeah. I think it's great, but also at the same time, like your call out there of just Titanium got used to the cadence of hat toss, the timing, and was able to just, hey, I'll full screen zone.
Yep.
What do I got to lose?
That is always that's the one weakness of zoning too much, is that once your pattern gets figured out, then it's way harder.
Right.
It's a mini game now of wondering when you can play, and the answer is not yet. As 2 times now that the EX spin has been blown up.
That stat. Still going.
He's still going. Much like Jetman81, thank you so much for that subscription. Again, for everybody who subscribed tonight, thank you so much. All that goes right back into support of TNS.
Ooh! Yeah, try to go for up kick and try as you might. You still can get down 2 for that one.
Yeah, tried to be smart with it too. He used the EX to like try and stall with the jump kicks. Like, you're not getting away from Kenji's down too, bro.
Got a blade. I have sword normal. So, you know. All right, nice forward dash, armor. Back away. We can still zone out.
Nope. Shades of MK9 old zoning style again. That shoulder dash into a push away, and that was the name of the game most of the time, but at least now, this time, Kenji has a little bit more mix he can do.
Yes. Reversal did get called out here. Titanium still able to apply the pressure.
That was huge. That he was able to poke him for a sec, but you're right, the breaker actually just took so much away, but Splash getting a rush down.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you removed all the meter out of Titanium's pocket. Splash can now play the zoning game as much as they want to, still run it back. Good round.
That's exactly what Splash needs. Whenever he's able to get right in that happy zone just past the Sento, he's been so dominant. It's every point after that where TitaniumTigerz is able to keep him away, that's where he's been struggling trying to counter zone. It's much better that he's getting aggressive now. Okay, good jump away. And we're starting to see the switch up of where he's positioning him now too. He's not just letting him jump in safely anymore.
Diving on in.
Backing up with it too. 1-2s, 1-2s, keeping him locked down. Ooh. Down 4 pokes. You know, hey, again, they just add up. It all adds up over time.
And that's the game that you do play in Mortal Kombat. You're going for your block strings, of course, trying to get the opponents to bait out. Like, even on stuff that is slightly unsafe, you still try to interrupt with, like, your down 1 or a low poke like that to avoid your opponent's option going for high.
That was the simplifying of that was actually, I think, almost frustrating. Like, like TitaniumTigerz was keeping him out so long, but because he just kept only doing 1-2, 1-2,
yeah,
1-2, like,
1-2.
wait, when's my turn to play?
When's your turn?
And,
that's a great question.
He got hit by it like 2 to 3 times because he kept trying to find the gap. It's like, actually, there was no gap. you didn't have a turn, and he was never. It just kept adding up. That was really smart.
The pressure game of Mortal Kombat. Now we're swapping to
see your ego fight
Kano,
Johnny's.
the backup from Splash.
Not too much, I hope. It would be a short
Titanium, right?
fight.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, it's the king of the hill, you know, like good.
Yeah, the King of the Hill switches it up. So it is Splash who's on the left side now. Sticking with the double Johnny. Oh my God. I got tripped up because he said that he wants to fight the Johnny. Like, I was listening to the intro. But Splash with the double Kung Lao, keeping it that same way because he's trying to zone back now. But as we learned earlier, you can only do that for so long against Kenshi.
Ooh, nice dive kick in to close it up. There's your breaker.
He's starting to walk in now too. I like now why he went with Kano. I wasn't sure why he did it, but that backed up with the knives. That stops you from being an instant toss back with the low hat, and now all of a sudden you can't play the zoning time where the whole time.
You're in. Yo, that's such a scary window because you haven't blocked hat yet. Are you gonna throw? Do I have to let go of block right now? But if I let go, there's the hat right there. Layers into fatal blow.
He won. I think he 100% thought that he was going to get a punish on 4 and 3, so he tried to sneak one in there, which sometimes people will press to try and get that punish, but he did not budge. One round away from Splash being knocked out of the bracket, which has been a phenomenal run so far, but TitaniumTigerz trying to put a stop to that.
Charge cable ball. And a raid from Mr. Aquaman himself.
Shout outs to Mr. Aquaman again. Don't forget to check out those Coliseums. Incredible show that's been put on for him. Of course, one of the staples of the MK community. So thank you for jumping in, my friend. We're right here in an incredible top 8. And so far it's looking like Splash might potentially go down. He keeps getting blown up for that EX spin.
Yo. I might have. Was that the up block? No shot was that up block. I saw the orange, so I thought for sure that was up block because that kind of makes sense in a way because Kung Lao high starter. If we're getting used to that cadence from our opponent, then sure, up block on your opponent's wake up. Mad disrespectful though.
It would be what if first time it came out. I mean, he was trying to spend a message, send a message.
Yeah.
You can spend your money on the sub, but you can send a message by answering back like that. Because again, that last round losing to that simple block string, definitely something I don't think that he was expecting the drop to. But the switch to Kano actually was pretty solid because it took away the double hat toss. He wasn't able to play the same play style as he was before. And once you've now lost the full screen game, now all of a sudden you got to try and go play the poke game with Kenshi, which he just could not answer.
All right, so up next you do have Ludi versus Pure.
Shout out to Admiral Funk, the homie. Hope you pop through this weekend if you happen to be in the area. We're at CO Taku, so first day will be tomorrow.
Yes.
But right now we're finishing up the rest of this top 8, which we're going to get Astra versus Sindel up next.
Yes.
Which is a little return back to last week, but this time one of them must fall here in top 8, in the loser side of top 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be wow. The fact that last week we had what 3 Sindels in bracket last week with Serena to back it up, and now we're down to 1. I think have we evolved a little bit?
We have. You have interesting evolution too. Is I don't think there's a single Serena cameo in top 8.
No, there's not.
Yeah, think about that.
What happened?
What happened? Serena's like still good, but everybody explored. Everybody looked at stuff.
They just like get a little uncomfortable, right? So, you know what? Maybe the game just came out. Maybe.
Also, everybody started labbing how to punish Serena.
And you know what? But again, earlier we talked about just how fast information gets shared nowadays in these types of games. So yeah, like everyone went out to go lab how to punish it. But that's how growth happens in a fighting game. The natural progression of, hey, you know what? I'm going to challenge to push the boundaries of my opponent. And the $10 contribution from Jahibi, thank you so very much. We greatly appreciate it. One step closer to, at the very least, the top 4 payout.
Exactly. Keep that Maturino going. We have double Sub-Zero, actually. Just noticed that. This is definitely one of the matchups to run it. To be able to play around the fireball game as we're seeing right now, because Sindel was so good at it before. Now you actually have an answer to it.
Yes. Down 1. There's the float.
Take a big chunk of damage here, or not at all. We're just gonna shut that down immediately. Both these characters are really good at building meter because of how often they are throwing fireballs or trying to move in. Not prepared for the overhead. Just gonna go ahead and smack back.
Push the crown, and there's the armor bug. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, going for a Sub-Zero cameo as well, just to kind of contend with Sindel. Very important because it forces Sindel to play this range.
Exactly.
The range that Astra wants to be.
Exactly. Like, even though Sindel's damage output is perfectly fine for that range, if you have to constantly poke with Astra, it's going to be rough in a...
Curse you!
By the way, bro, this is one of the best looking fatal blows in the entire game. Like, this is a whole cinematic experience going on with that hit.
Right? The brightness, the HDR.
Ooh, the 4K. Only experience of
Fight.
here on a PS5. Or a really, really strong PC. Oh, that poke back. Yeah, you had to break that. You did not want to take that damage. That's gonna be a 4-3 follow-up incoming. But now you're still locked down. Actually, a side switch. Never mind.
There's a block on the overhead here. Back throw.
Got one pressure to try and push it back. So it's gonna free a free punish. Trying to go for a big starter.
Yeah. Dagger. That. Down back 3 ends it. Ooh, nice air fireball. Shutting down the approach, armored up both sides.
Proud Onions making us cry out of happiness indeed for that extra $2 contribution to Maturito. Thank you so much. I would be crying if that scream happened in my ears too. That was only 27? This should be about like 43 or 44.
Ow.
God damn.
So that one got both my hits replaced. That exact action happened.
That's old Doom Sidebot fatality right there. No need for a chiropractor after that. You ain't walking. There's that sword noble range you talked about before. So much distance. It's so good at poking when she's trying to go for that fireball, especially while she has the Sub-Zero armor up. That low projectile, so good. Being able to mix between Heaven Stance and Evil Stance is just like one thing with the swipe, but conditioning that low to be able to then get that 4-3 that much easier later, it's so damn good.
Now, if Pure was a Pure one, you would only do Pure Astra.
Which, in fairness, did happen in the very first match. And then they realized that they were never blocking low. So like, okay, all right, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Others in the Netherrealm
Purely
with Quan Chi.
block.
Many of the
Look,
race
if you
and
just
demons
blocked, then
who
none of this would have been an issue. You just hold the block button, right? Here we go. Whoa, finally, I love this stage. This is, I think, high-key my
The
favorite
track
stage.
on this stage totally reminds me of the Doom soundtrack.
Kinda. I can see where you're going with that. That's so ominous in the background, too. We're gonna get full quarter carry out of this. Ludi does not drop these.
Well, who's the interior designer that thought that this infinity pool with the wide open window was a good idea? What happens when it storms?
Exactly.
Honestly.
Look, you have regular invasions happening and stuff. People have been thinking, what's the security system here, right?
What is, you're climbing up this mountain cliff, also running the AC with an open window.
That's some Hollywood behavior.
It is.
That's But unfortunately for Johnny, his career's not looking too hot.
Yeah, armored up. Nice pick up here. Oh, not too far.
Dead blocks again, not gonna get hit by the instant overhead. That's gonna be big damage. Got blocking the 4-3, standing on the top, but unfortunately for Ludi, he is in chip damage situations, especially right now. Yep, that's all you needed. You just needed to see him stay grounded. You go up, it doesn't matter if he blocks it, that's gonna be the game.
Big timers, y'all don't run AC in California because you don't have insulation. I mean, come on.
It also never rains. It's always hot. I don't know why y'all aren't running
depends
AC.
upon, don't treat NorCal like that, okay?
All right, you're right. If you go any further up, go near Seattle, that's where all the rain's at. All right, good blocks again. Pure's been playing phenomenal. Pure is only down here because Rewind was just insane in the matchup. What was that, Rebel? I can't remember which one actually now off the top of my head.
One of the R words. All right,
There
that's
you go.
fair. You have wonderful weather out there, Big Timers. You're absolutely right. That's a fair argument.
Imagine living on the edge of the cliff. Imagine not having enough money to live on the edge of the cliff. That's crazy. Johnny Cage got it. Or at least he thought he did. Oh,
Nice. Good to take projectiles. Breaker.
yeah, you got a break for game right now. Fatal Blow could try to sneak something back in, but it was so far behind. Again, we talked about it before. People have been saying Ashra definitely feels like a top 5-ish candidate right now. I'm not 5 days a week. And for this week specifically, we got a little bit more because it's CEO Taku week. This is day 0. You'll be seeing all of that incredible action on this, CEO and Juicy Gaming Night all throughout the weekend.
Yes, indeed. Now, next up, it is TitaniumTigerz versus Rebels.
I believe.
You also desire
there should-
No. Sorry,
I'll
losers
seek
quarter.
it
Excuse
with
me. I'm
every
one step ahead
swipe
because
of
Pure
my
just
blade.
moved into loser semis.
Yeah, that's 2 Ashras. 2 sitting.
You mean 3?
Oh, excuse me, 3, because TitaniumTigerz is also removing my true statement earlier that has now come to a close. We had no Serenas in top 8. We now have a Serena in top 8, but it's only one. It's only one.
But last week we had 3 Sindels. Now we have 3 Ashras.
Yep.
And Ashra was back in last week?
Ashra was second
Yeah,
last
so-
weekend. I like also, by the way, that the color schemes are like following up a theme.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
want, wait, which one's which right now? Fine behavior.
Okay, the Titanium is the white Ashra and Rebel is the dark.
Okay, cool. All right, well, Rebel, you have to go back to evil stance. You're not allowed to be in the heavenly stance right now. And vice versa.
That's true. That's true. You can't steal each other's swords.
So, and I kind of like this idea too because I think the Kenshi was losing out in some positions that TitaniumTigerz didn't like. So switching it up here to Ashra to try and counterpoke back with the same exact game plan might be a good idea. And so far it's working out pretty solidly.
That's a significant drop.
I'm so sorry for saying it was working out solidly at that moment.
It's really working out for you. Until it wasn't.
An immediate drop. There's that sector lockdown we talked about before. Look, it's all this chip damage.
Okay. Missile.
At this point, now you can, yeah, all you need is that one poke.
And even have 4 seconds on the clock. Like, you could have ran away if you wanted to.
The Rebel playing, Rebel understanding this the mirror match very well. There's that 4-3, trying to block the overhead, but not seeing it coming and not seeing it coming twice in a row.
Nice. That's easy to confirm.
We're gonna get a healthy chunk of damage off here, and most importantly, the sliding knockdown towards the corner. I like the fact that he didn't go for the launcher, instead went for positioning.
Absolutely. That retreat, room for retreat is getting ever smaller for Rebel.
Especially because Rebel needs that space to set up that sector. If you're too close, sector's gonna get hit before he can get the missile launch up, so you need that room.
Ooh, draining meter, and look how fast that meter drains too.
That's gonna make a big difference in a matchup like this. That's less damage for your launcher, and huge in the zoning war too.
You still stole your turn after blocked overhead, you're crazy.
And
That's a big pickup, fatal blow to end it.
incredible job from Rebel. It mostly just the conditioning to constantly land that 4-3. The amount of times that overhead connected, I think was what, 3 for 4? Or was it 3 for 3? It might have been 3 for 3.
My first game goes to Rebel.
TitaniumTigerz facing elimination. Do we see the switch back to the Kenshi?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, because like Ashra is pretty easy to kind of get into a groove. I think you're just playing, you're dancing around the exact same objective against Rebel. So, hold on now, we are back at character select. Yeah, catchy.
Okay, yeah.
What a call!
Yeah, it kind of felt like it because I liked the game plan. It felt good, but he was
Can I
not
trust
able
Johnny
to.
Cage?
I feel like Titanium was a little bit more stressed in the scramble compared to Rebel, because Rebel was able to sneak in a lot of big combo starters, whereas it felt like Titanium was almost second guessing himself, because maybe it's just because he hasn't been playing Ashra all day. So now we're gonna see his the true business in the Kenshi.
Zoning does begin here, armored up as well to keep things safe away from sector pressure. So that's a great call too, because then you don't have to worry about missile coming through.
Yep, exactly. You remove a big part of the approach game, but Rebel has been just constantly walking down. And again, getting caught, even trying to jump out. Remember what we mentioned before, the combos that can happen off a missile? There are extenders you can get.
The timing of missile just to make sure that connecting combo is so difficult to do, honestly. Like, that is a well-practiced combo from Rebel. Beautiful confirm.
Yeah, Rebel already starting to get a lot of these situations down. TitaniumTigerz has a solid position, but that fatal blow is ever looming. We've already seen how much damage you can do off of a simple starter.
Yes. No anti-air? We just jumped
Oh, you
in.
can't get hit. No, don't get hit. Oh, he dropped it.
Just anti-air! TitaniumTigerz, no! What are you jumping for? The breaker, that's a nice whip for Rebel going into the next round.
Rebel.
Just, oh my god, the down two whiff!
Oh my god. You just needed one singular hit to come through, and even with Rebel dropping the combo like 3 times, not prepared to follow up, still ended up bringing it back, and now that is TitaniumTigerz facing down what could be elimination point.
All right, got your throw. Zone out here, armor's gone. Yeah, I do appreciate that. The moment the ice armor is gone, Rebel presses the issue, closing the gap, making it a nightmare scenario because now you can't summon your assist. Because the moment you do, I'm pressing back forward too, and I'm right on top.
Oh my god, the amount of times that he's landed this overhead, and TitaniumTigerz has not been able to play around it yet. I mean, obviously you got to watch out for the lows, of course, but still, Rebel has just been running with it. Big opportunity though. TitaniumTigerz has the distance he wanted.
Ooh. Get away from me, please. I'm going to start zoning, and the speed at which Rebel closes this gap. We're blocking. We're blocking. Tell me we're blocking. You're blocking. Oh, but you took those guys that's down two from Tigers.
Gets a sweep too. Tiger has a good opportunity here. Of course, Rebel trying to get that sneak in with that down 3 poke. He already couldn't breathe from that last moment. He needs to close it out here to try and get that game 3.
Sector summon there. Nice block. The overhead connects you. Let go at the wrong time. Oh my goodness, Rebel.
I told you, man. That move is unblockable. It feels like a damn unblockable. You don't think that it's Resident Evil 1 with the lasers? Yeah.
The lasers.
Here's a little cup for you.
Yeah.
Here's a little cup for you. Here's a little cup for you.
Here.
I love Spawn, but yeah, he's gone already. So who would be next? Actually, Agent 47. I'm not gonna lie, Agent 47 is gonna get cooked by half this cast. He's really cool, but
I think that lines up WB Montreal, right? That's WB Mon.
I don't know.
No. A square. It was. No, that was square. Never mind.
But then again, actually, Agent 47 might just show up in like a monk's outfit and just cook everybody. Actually, that's no possibility. Never mind, I might be capping. John Wick would be great. All right, here we go. All right, we mentioned it before. When you're in this position, most of the time, you don't get to play the game because Johnny Cage doesn't believe it's your turn, ever.
True. Par for the course. Nice shadow kick. Keep swinging.
He's going to find a lot of hits on
Good
rewatch.
God.
Yeah, you really want to get up with an enhanced move or box back as Reiko. That's just playing right into Johnny's wheelhouse.
Reiko set up here. You got the shurikens already going. Nice duck. We're waiting for it. You know that buff is coming from Pulse, right?
Yeah.
If we get that shadow kick armored up, go right through.
Shutting down any type of approach behind Cyrax.
Oh, nice pickup, coast to coast carry as well.
He gets that quick jump in as well. Keep it safe with the assist, absolutely. And you mentioned it before, coast to coast, he brought it all the way down. Now watch that health just start to slowly disappear. Actually, not slowly, rapidly, but he finally finds a gap.
Yes.
Oh, big anti-air standing 1, but you had to break. I don't think he wanted to, like, he had 2 bars. You did not want to take that.
Done. Yeah. That's an illegal throw in WWE.
So much
I'm
damage.
making that up. I don't fault.
Bro, even for the 2 bars, the amount that he gets off of that is so worth it.
Oh, nice pickup. Early. Yeah, try to go for meaty low.
That elbow just sounds so painful. You can hear the bones crack off of each one of those. Oh, he's actually building it up. We haven't seen him really go for anything yet. Remember, the taunts do apply to the hype meter.
All right, your breaker. I wonder if that was an accidental taunt too, because we're still buffering low block.
I feel like everything Pulse does is purposeful. So
Hey, you know what? Sure.
He's sending a message.
I'm sending a message. All right. Nice. Oh, no confirm though.
And no Cyrax available to try and sneak into the block pressure, so we're gonna have to take that Darius throw instead.
Yeah, the Darius reset to get the extended damage here. Brutality.
Yeah, no, yeah, he definitely belongs in Bloodsport, 100%.
Wasted on you.
Brutality.
A lot of blood. Yeah.
That is a lot of blood. That is a lot, bro. Look, kudos to Rewind again, because his adaptation tonight has been unreal. Like, he's always been extremely good, but how fast he's responding to people's pressure this early on, again, it's every single time it's so damn impressive.
And it comes from experience too, right? You know, just the historic experience of Rewind throughout NRS titles.
Yep, looking like another top 5 player throughout the history of this game, and we're already to 1 weekend. So, one of the all-time greats continuing to do that. Pulse has been looking phenomenal too. He was the first person to actually shut Pulse down so far, because we've seen a couple close matches, but nobody's been able to get out of the corner safely against Pulse without taking a lot of damage.
Okay, building up height meter. Wild ducking shuriken. That's a great call.
Swift low profile. Surrender. Honestly, look, if I see somebody running up on me in the new era with that outfit on, yeah, you got it. I ain't trying to fight you.
Surrender. What? Oh, what does Sindel say?
She says, "Who's your queen?" I say, "You."
No, she says something. See something. Whatever.
Honestly, don't know. Now I'm curious.
Capitulate. Thank you, Agent Moose.
Ron Burgundy from Mortal Kombat. I can't. All right, here we go. We're trying to go up 2 in a set, because like Zero said a little while ago, this is first to 3, also known as best of 5 for winners finals. It takes the first 3 wins to take the whole set. Rewind trying to make that happen, but so far taking a whole lot of damage off this block string and finally making a mistake.
Nice stagger here. Shadow kick. Reset this situation here.
Trying to back up for that 4-3 string. Not going to find it, but it doesn't matter. You can do all that. You got Cyrax to keep you safe.
Oh, jeez, down 1 interrupt. Oh, too far away for the jump back 3.
We get the side switch, standing 1 anti-air. 200 damage off the standing 1 anti-air 2, and he goes right back in. Rewind can absolutely bring this back. He has the fatal blow with the damage. He can definitely bring this back.
Stand goes for the breaker. The baker. Yeah, goes for the baker.
He is indeed cooking. Not going to get that back 4. He's looking for... Wait.
1. Oh my god. Jump in. What a risk.
He almost did it too. That was so close to running that all the way back, but Pulse somehow holding on to that match.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Oh, and we finally got the...
You ain't having no kids, bro. There is no reproduction going on in your life. That is 5. If there's more, 6, 7 whole nut punches in 1 string.
That was insane. That's the first time that we've seen Pulse activate that star power at all.
That's a huge punish. Yeah, you don't whip Shadow Kick directly in front of him. It's going to be a 250 damage. Going to get... Yeah, dude, these standing 1 anti-airs are working so well. It may not seem like a whole lot of damage off the rip, but 20% constantly off of just a standing 1. Yeah, that adds up.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's the reset. That should have been the kill. Had to spend the breaker. With so much work to do. Yeah, good luck.
Another amazing job from Rewind. Again, it's almost a reversal earlier, because earlier when Pulse was winning, it felt like Pulse was losing the match most of the game, and then he would win. It's been reversed now. Pulse has been keeping Rewind locked down, and then he finds 1 to 2 gaps, and he just brings it all the way back.
Yeah. Gosh, I almost feel like it's just the damage output in general from Reiko, right? That does allow for that to happen as compared to Johnny. Like, Johnny is like damage over time just by simply because of the block strings that you're putting out. It's not as effective damage because you haven't opened up Rewind in a significant way. And then once you do a solid like 300, 380 out of that, but Rewind's out here just, hey, I'm General Reiko and I got these big low damage combos.
Yeah. It's been cool to see too. Again, like that's another thing we're gonna see people lap more. I know we talked about the standing one quite a bit, but more and more people are gonna get more optimized off these simple anti-airs because every bit of damage left on the table does add up.
It's so important too. Like the stand one, once stand one turns into the just keep juggling or just jump cancel into air combo, that gets huge.
Yep. Minimal amount of commitment as well.
Yeah.
But right now, Pulse starting to feel it again. Gonna get full corner carry out of that. 35% for his double stew.
Ooh. Good.
Oh my.
Yeah. Still
Look at
chipping.
it melt away. He did about 20% already. He's gonna close out the round after that.
Right.
That was such a good shimmy at the end
Yeah.
too. Just to guarantee if he tried to box out, you're not getting anything off of that. Ooh, that's a full combo starter. You whipped right in front of him. He's gonna get a decent chunk off of that. Another 28%. Cyrax malfunctioned entirely and missed his target. We're out of here.
Let's get out of here, gang. It's a Mortal Kombat. Oh, nice.
And Rewind actually answering back with a very, very similar string of his own. The run cancel, not many.
Yo, 3 command grabs. Rewind.
Running it all the way back through, and now Rewind one more set away for putting himself in the most comfortable seat in the house in Winter Side of Grand Finals.
Yo, even the monks stop to check things out. Forget the sparring. Hold on.
Yeah, bro. It's just stopping to watch all of this violence happen on their peaceful ground in this new era.
In this new era? Mortal Kombat?
Liu Kang about that violence, bro. Nobody dies in Mortal Kombat, quote unquote.
He never said you. Mortal Kombat.
Pulse answering back very quickly. The biggest thing is Pulse has been able to get it all the way down to the end, but he hasn't been able to finish the job yet. But there is the throw follow-ups.
Air combo so important. Nice. Ooh, I thought we almost had overextension there from Pulse. Breaker, last-ditch effort here to try to save the round, but one game for Pulse. 2-1 lead still for Rewind.
Yeah, another one of those situations we saw earlier today where you cover jump and you cover the ground to guarantee that you either A, trade off, or B, you get the chip damage you want. Because most of the time, you expect him to try to rush in there. He has no projectile, but if you jump in, you're jumping right into Cyrax.
Right, right, right.
Johnny
You know what's funny? Last week it was a trend. One player would go up 2-0.
Corrupted force.
The other.
What makes you such a warhorse?
Would
General's guidance.
We'll see what happens here, folks.
they'd put a little
I don't want to put that out there. Don't do it.
put a little 3 in front of their name.
Don't you? I didn't say any of all that.
Does it have something to do with Uno? Little reverse card, maybe? We'll find out if that's going to happen because Pulse looked very good in that last game.
Yeah, absolutely. Already got this distance that we're looking for. Nice interrupt here with the knee pickup. School.
Great Rewind, not wasting any time whatsoever. Pulse not trying to let him keep his turn for too long, trying to down one back, but there's only so much you can do being right up next to Ringo.
Relax. Why are you glitching towards me?
If I'm Pulse, I am hunting heavily to make sure that he is not going for that that throw because he's got 2 bars available to him. And he went for the 1. He sneaks out. He does get another throw in.
Oh.
First time we've seen that all set.
Yeah.
I like it too because he's gone for. I believe it's 1-2 off that the 1-2 punch string, and he's only ever really done that. So trying to do that into the Darius swing to catch him trying to down one back,
Right.
is really smart.
Yeah. That's a down one mind game that you start playing in MK. Go. Nice cut right there.
And these shimmies back have been on the money for Pulse. He always mixes it up at such a good time. He's already got 50% in total out of all that.
Helicopter, nice EX on the double leg takedown.
This is Rewind's turn to play. He's got corner exactly where he wants it.
Yeah, one of those moments there, you're both staring each other down, holding block. Yeah, who's breaking first?
That's a mini game in and of itself. Like which one of us cracks under pressure first.
Couple jabs here because you're blocking the highs. Do work out here for Pulse. Big jump in.
Pulse has.
The cut does succeed here.
I almost feel like Rewind was trying to purposely take the hit to get out of that, but but Pulse reacted quickly with that jump to close it out. That he was trying to box his way out, but if he stayed there under that block string, he was dead no matter what. So I'm curious to see if he was trying to jump out to take that hit to mess him up.
Either that or the flawless block, so you don't take the chip damage.
Good point. Right now, Pulse still keeping himself in the match. Like you said before, last week, it was a pretty consistent team.
There's a very specific theme last week.
This is not done by any means for either one of these players, but Pulse definitely look like he has some more life in him for sure. That's both Cyrax is gone, so he doesn't have the guarantee on the block string anymore, but it doesn't matter. He still finds the throw.
Oh, nice pick up out of the air. Bounce. One more time. One more combo is all that Pulse needs.
You can't get reckless here either. No! Oh, Darius, where are you going?
Oh, thank God for Darius whiffing because now Pulse has another shot. Keep the spin. Chip, you're done. 2-all in the set.
That actually cost Rewind positioning.
Yes.
He may not have one up of that, but he lost complete positioning out of that because Darius swung at nothing, and now we get that game 5.
Unbelievable.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, honestly, I love it because we get spoiled with more games, but also
Johnny
that hurts.
Yeah, I mean, that sucks.
Darius.
Just absolutely disastrous to see, like, you know, you have your assist on lock, right? And that's supposed to come in and back you up. It just does not.
Sonic speed. We think we have a whole Sonic balloon in here. I love it.
Sonic for MK?
We'll see. Hey, maybe this match will go fast. We'll find out in a second.
Wait a minute.
Darius. Corrupt.
No, it was Universal.
You've got nowhere to run, Rico.
Yeah, no. I got where you were going with that, and
was
no,
like, but
no, we
what
should
if-
not have Sonic
What
in
if
Mortal
ugly
Kombat.
Sonic? What if ugly
Oh,
Sonic?
wait, all right, you might be onto something. You might be onto something. You gotta think about cameos too that people could be, because technically you don't have to worry
Right?
about them getting hurt. All right, game number 5. We talked about it before. The lockdown is so frightening from Johnny Cage, and you backed it up with the Cyrax, and it just keeps adding up so fast.
Money shot. He says it so officially. Too. Money shot. You're proud of yourself for that one, aren't you?
He feels so happy with it too.
It's down.
Sonic is down in the venue, everyone.
Stop what you're doing. Save Sonic. Sorry.
Rewind. He's getting a lot of damage taken, and now this is a bad situation. Oh, actually, it dropped out, but still, he's still locked down.
Oh, nice punch out here. Hold on.
He finds the gap.
Yes.
He has Fatal Blow for a good chunk of damage if he can sneak away in.
Yo, we sent it with highs. Nice. Command grab Darius to get the cancel. Immediate break.
Yeah, Pulse seeing that match was getting away from him. He had to spend the meter.
Yep.
You can't afford to take any Cyrax stance right now.
Trade! Does work out with a good throw here from Pulse to close it out. That was so scary.
Oh my God, the trades were so frightening because all you needed was one mistake and you could potentially take it. But Pulse, one individual round away from completing that reverse 3-0 you mentioned before.
I didn't mention. What are you talking about?
And there is the great equalizer to zoning full screen with those shurikens. The net giving him 30% and corner. Down 1, he's saying not today. Here's that 4-3 pressure coming in. Rewind. He's got 2 bars, so he can get a big chunk of damage. But look at how Pulse backed up immediately.
Yeah,
He was trying to bait
we
it.
are walking away like
There's a standing one again. He keeps getting 200-ish damage off of that every time.
Nice upper. Got the carry as well. Full air combo. Nice confirm from Pulse on that one.
Right. Rewind. He has a shot to bring it back, but Pulse has a prime position right now.
Yes.
He's got that. He has one. He still has one Cyrax available in about a half a second, which he went in immediately on the timing that it came back, so he can try to get the string.
Dashes here. Hold this forward helicopter. Nice.
Ooh, this is a big opportunity for Rewind.
That resets. Actually, we get the touch. No, yeah, not enough to go for Fatal Blow here.
Ooh.
No, one touch either way.
There's 10 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
Block string pressure. Oh, he tried to armor through it, but Pulse hits him out of it, and Pulse completes the reverse 3-0. The adaptation was amazing. And man, dude, we talked about it before. we talked about all the people in the bracket, but I missed Pulse early on, but it was like, oh man, he's gonna be picking it right back up. Definitely not. Definitely not, for sure. Absolutely not.
What? Okay.
What?
Anyways.
No way. I have a prediction. I think Astra might win the next match.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, just the hypothetical, if you will. So Rebel versus Pure coming up next here. Both of them playing their own different cameos, kind of mixing it up. But we did see one of them switch to Sub-Zero to counteract the Sindel matchup. I believe that was the one running the Sector originally, so we're probably going to see that coming back.
Sector out here.
Scorpion on the other side. Two different mixes. One of them goes for the throws to be able to get a confirm off of it and have retreating capabilities for zoning. The other one goes for pure lockdown and consistent setups off of the missile from Sector.
Yes. Nice. Air combo. Ooh. Ooh, the side swap. Didn't realize her air combo did that.
Yeah, would you like a tool? Here you go. She has them all.
Nice. Gonna get the extension with the Hellfire from Scorpion here. A little bit of extra damage.
Yep, there's that throw we talked about before. There are some cameos that allow you to combo off of them, and for Astra, Scorpion is one of them, but we got the big starter. We have Fatal Blow. It's not going to kill, but it's going to even up the match. Or, am I capping? Is that going to no shot that kills from there. Okay, yeah, I say, that's going to scale down.
It doesn't.
It almost did though. And there's the missile. I'm pretty sure he spent both to guarantee the homing missile too. It was actually really smart in that last hit scenario.
Exactly, especially since I want to make sure that I'm gonna get out of jail for free just in case I do get smoked up.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, Astra on her own does a decent amount of damage, but backed up with the Scorpion, a consistent 38% off bread and butter strings.
Yeah, and that's the thing, consistent, right? Because on the opposite side of the court, you go for Cyrax for that exact same combo style, but Scorpion's a little more consistent, a little easier to time, and not going to blow out like a character would with Cyrax.
And it's cool to see the differences because both of them, again, we mentioned before, have very different play styles to how they approach it, and a lot of it backed up by how they want to play with these cameos. Rebel having perfect lockdown. That does play against you sometimes. It could break a throw if somebody tries to throw you while you're in it, but you also lose your own throw if the missile happens.
Right. Ooh, nice down one. No escape, no overhead for you.
And Pierre being able to hold on to the round that time.
Okay, but the missile behind it, if you weren't paying attention, you got smoked.
They give you a little bit of extra position. There's that 38% again. Talk about that Scorpion cameo. I feel like the crazy part about Astra is she actually not prepared for that one.
Yeah, just wasn't blocking at all.
Yeah, Astra's not too scared with her back against the wall. I think that she's one of the better characters of being stuck in, like when she's stuck in the corner.
Yeah, you know, again, the range and honestly, down back three, like just super good on any sort of jumping attempt. Like you have to play a grounded game against her.
Yep.
Nice down three, check.
Pokes back again. Big whip. At 38, it's spending the cash for the 38% herself.
But good tag, last ditch effort. Oh, the overhead can wrap this up and does. Pure with the first game.
When in doubt, 4-3 out. It was going to happen at some point, but the fact that they were both pretty reserved with it throughout the match, I think it's because they both understand, like, hey, look, you play Aqua, so I know you know how to block it.
We know what we're looking for here. We're good.
Man, that's another reason why she's good in the corner, too, because if somebody's not paying attention, you just flip right over them and get a full combo starter.
Yeah.
Such a simple, cool, very simple toolkit, but an extremely effective toolkit.
Exactly.
Even with the stance changes, like her whole game plan in general is very straightforward.
You? You will never find out.
I want to. Wait, do I? Do I want to find out?
I don't know. I kind of like the fact that it almost alluded as like one of them was evil. There's that. We talked about the uppercut before. It kind of sucks that it's not easy to combo off because the timing's a little weird. But it's great to sneak in that hit when you can.
Exactly.
That's still, you would have thought it would have stolen the turn back. Unfortunately for you, you got hit by the stab. 2-1 will lock you down into that free fall.
Excuse me, you need a 5-minute ban on Mr. Aquaman for printing line. Thank you. I'm just messing with you. Sorry.
Raid might be, but all right, bro. I've been paying close attention to what y'all Reigns have been doing lately, okay? Y'all aren't fooling anybody. Y'all got cancels on kicks. You got the abilities to confirm off of stuff, and that whirlpool setup, no. Don't you try to fool anybody.
No one can escape the ban. Someone could be banned. Hold on. Nope.
Everybody can hold one. Even you. Except we avoid it because we're up here right now. Until Tong comes and hits us. But at the moment, Rebel answering back pretty quickly. But it's been a very, very straightforward match. I know it's a mirror match, but it has been as back and forth as you can get. And there's that throw save that can happen with that missile.
Yeah. Nice, got the stagger. Here we go.
Thank you, Beyond
Nice.
Toxin. Rain bottom one on week 1. Bonkers. Yeah, no, ain't nobody can be called bottom 1 yet. We're only in week 1.
Look, leave it to a Floridian Mortal Kombat player to tell you the truth.
The Florida man had to tell you the truth.
The Florida NRS players out here once again saving the day.
Oh my God, we're spending it all. We are spending all of it. Oh my God. That was a maximized combo, but it wasn't enough, and you're going to survive on 2.59 health.
You're not dead. You're not dead, though.
It's going to be really close.
Oh, wait.
Wait.
Wait a minute. No,
Wait.
you're good. You're good. You're good.
No, you're good.
You're good.
He's good. Okay. You would expect that explosion at the end to do like something with it too, but it doesn't. But still, Pure ran that back on 2.59 health.
Yeah, that's insane.
That magic pixel makes things happen. 4-3. Gonna go get a side switch out of that. No, actually, we're just gonna go ahead and separate each other.
Jeez, yeah, that's so terrifying. I see the missile. Maybe I should block high.
Who knows? Just get poked low. Guaranteed Oki, which not something you see too much in like this style of game outside of we mentioned before, some characters with good sliding knockdowns and other ones who had restands, but the cameos just add so much more depth.
I mean, the closest thing for that type of Oki, like Red Hood, right? He's tossing out mines.
Yep.
You know, that'd be the. You know,
you were never lacking that in Injustice. That is for sure. Oh no, not again. Not again. You're at point one.
No,
not again. Okay. Okay. Say you do that twice. Yo, that brutality's crazy. Just the whole swipe.
Show is still gonna keep talking like, oh
Yo,
no, my
goddamn.
legs.
All right, that's up there in my favorite brutalities in the game. That zero respect given. You get no respect in the mirror match. Absolutely none. All right, this one.
It's in my back.
Hey, I seem to have a lower back frame problem that's
Just
gone now.
Jeez.
Where'd that disc go? What happened?
How is
Oh.
your soul already
Oh, my.
doomed? I am an
Oh, no.
unrelenting foe.
Oh, no.
of
I
evil.
can't feel my legs. What? Oh. All right, here we go. This is a only first of 2, best of 3. Only the winners, losers, and grands require 3 wins to win. So whoever goes down here is out of the tournament.
Keep with the air combo here. Nice block. The last second overhead block too.
Yeah, they're quick with it too. These down 3s, and they're trying to layer that low to sneak in that 4-3, and good block, making sure. I'll take a down 2 just as a punish all day, but you had to waste the meter for it.
Break it. Ooh, that armor came just in the nick of time too.
You're getting a full combo off of that too. If that armor wasn't there, you could have actually snuck something out from that dash.
Yeah. Nice extension here. Good.
Right, damage starting to pile on. You can't really make another mistake here in the corner. And very smart backing it up with the beam just to make sure you can guarantee that you get that throw. But Rebel, there's no shot,
Ooh.
right?
Oh, geez.
Here did it before.
No,
Rebel's about to do the same.
It's a wrap.
If you are on the left side of the screen, you just can't die. You'll always get the last little bit of health.
Nice. Oh, okay. All right, armored up, big counter hit as well too. Got the stagger.
You get a quick 33% of that. Try to go for 4-3, but dashed out of there immediately. Like, let's not play set play. Let's just not do that.
Nice overhead.
That forward movement actually pulling away from that missile, being able to interrupt that combo.
Yeah.
Down 2 punish. Try to keep him locked down.
Big meaty overhead.
Very smart too to avoid getting taken by that throw. And now, as expected, because every match has been this way so far, last round, last game between these two. One of these two is done here.
Oh.
Good spacing to play around that. That's pure.
You dare to poke? Red was wound up.
Oh, that pressure was so good.
Yeah, that was actually crazy. I'm not sure how you blocked that one.
Beam into hidden missile, into overhead, and still keeping it going. Good blocks on the low. That's gonna interrupt your whole turn though. Nice. All you need is one throw, and that's gonna be it. Great job from Rebel finishing it out. Oh, man, that was one hell of a set once again.
The back and forth between these two, especially with Astra, just complete expertise on this character. Also,
What
just
he can do to answer that.
Yeah. It'll be. I wonder if we do Sub-Zero pick here, or do we stick with Sector? Because honestly, Rebel's been sticking with Sector throughout this entire bracket, and it's like, yeah, we're locking that in as well here.
Because I don't think you used Sub-Zero originally in that other
Not
pick,
at all,
right?
no.
Yeah, so stick with your comfort pick. It's been what's working. We just saw also Rebels kind of woken up with the Oki setups, because we were seeing like 2 to 3 to 4 hit strings lined up off of that pressure.
That was far reach sword. What a poke. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. I think you can really tell the difference of how important a cameo is to a player and how they're controlling the character. If you are able to freely swap between cameos, the focus is on the neutral of your character at that point, as opposed to if you are committed to one cameo character, then it's likely you have a game plan for comboing with.
Yeah, and meanwhile with Rewind, he's like, there's no backup deep offense behind these things. It is only meant for Darius to get a follow-up off of that EX throw.
Exactly.
Get blocked, he's not falling for any of that.
Ooh, nice low block, but it didn't get it confirmed after the missile.
Yeah, looked like Rebel was looking for a throw instead, and wasn't being able to follow up on it. But when you do see that happen, that is a full free combo punish.
Gone.
Oh,
Darius interrupts.
He can steal this match back. Yeah, you had to break it there. You don't normally want to break on round 1 like that, but
okay, nice. What an interrupt on the run-up.
yeah, good. Actually, be honest, good composure, because that easily could have stole the round right there if he snuck that in.
Yeah. Still blocking, unfortunately, let go a little bit early. Probably expected a throw cancel there.
Rewind's playing at a very scary distance right now next to Rebel. He's looking for a big whip punish, but instead, Rebel is refusing to block that third hit.
Oh, nice low poke.
There's that pressure we mentioned before. Even if you don't actually get anything out of that, as long as you get him to the corner, but now you get a lot.
Yeah. Nice. Overhead once again, still backing up these combination blows from Rewind. And Tong with the $25 contribution to the Matcherino.
Big shout outs to the King himself, bringing up that Matcherino just that much more. If anybody else wants to contribute, of course, you still got exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. Rewind looking to try and strike himself around, but that is a fatal blow combo potentially coming, but no, a huge drop. Rewind doesn't do anything to try and follow up on it either, though. Rewind with the down one and the chip damage, using the Darius swing. So smart in that situation. That very much should have been Rewind's round off of the whip anyways, but he was still able to rebound it.
Just slide on in, avoid the missile launch from Rebel. Nice throw.
Rewind just kind of shurikens running back. Yeah, you have to respect the missile. We're gonna go.
Nice block on overhead too, but opened up a little bit early there. Got the stagger. Big damage here from Rebel.
Yeah, neutral jump slash, if you will, was actually very smart. I think that's the first time we've actually seen the neutral jump come out of Rebel like all day. And good call from Rewind. Huge punish on the 4-3.
Nice duck on the shuriken there, but caught this guy, but not able to get the poke pickup. It's so hard. After you get the missile timing, it's just very difficult the time to get the juggle after.
Yeah, it's all about like positional awareness on where it's about to hit. Because if you can, you get a good amount of damage. But if you don't, as long as you can keep them locked down, it'll be okay.
And it's so hard to make it consistent too, right? Because you could try to go air to air, you could try to go for ground and poke to juggle, but yeah.
Yup. He's trying to dash in. Here. He's trying to catch a mistake on a Rebel, and that's a huge mistake right there.
Yeah, that's death.
Good patience from Rewind and the brutality once again. That okay, we've seen that enough tonight that that's now joining like my top 5 brutalities in this game right now. It's so, bro, your head is just gone.
I like to think that Reiko is sharpening his knife on a cell phone instead of a whetstone. If he just pulled out like an
bro, he said, yo,
look at my smartphone.
He out here sharpening on the Otterbots.
Yeah, he's sharpening the ion battery. I need it to be thinner. I need to cut my power in half.
You think they got Type C's in Edenia?
Look, man, it's magic. Just zap it or something, bro.
Outworld has been Outworld been innovating for years. All right, here we go. We got game number 2. It feels like so many of these matches kind of like end in the same fashion. Rewind is behind for a bit. He brings it back, and then the next round he blows them up. So we'll see if that happens again here against Rebel.
Yo, we are backing up. I don't know where the missile's coming from, and that was the far missile too from Rebel trying to catch those back dashes.
He's sharpening it on a Nokia. All right, yeah.
That's why.
No, you're right. I didn't catch that right away. That overhead, man, that overhead hurts. He didn't do that at all, like every set prior.
Oh
okay, do it again. Remember what we said way earlier too? A 30% combo that got blocked versus 3 overheads that did 100 damage each. The conditioning is what matters.
Oh, sure again. Oh, here we go. Got the stagger. It's a nice pickup off of this one here. Crushing the low 3.
That was clean from Rebel too. These empty jumps are actually starting to work a lot better for lining up some pressure. Down 3.
The ducks on the shuriken, the missile. This is the line. You're not allowed to cross it. I have corner position now.
See if he's able to keep it. Rewind is really good at doing exactly that, reversing that corner position all day. Do it again. Please do it again.
The block. Big punish opportunity here for Rewind to catch up. The Darius reset. Don't you spend. Yeah, actually.
Maximize damage. That might just be enough. This is going to be pretty scaled because how much was going, but that's looking like that's killing. Actually,
that is definitely killing.
Is this a 50% plus combo?
Sure is.
Oh my God. 52% off of that. Damn. Well, we did say it. Round 2 is where Rewind steamrolls whoever it is.
Okay, but don't you forget, we're in top 8. Look at the score.
I know. We just went through this. However,
don't let it happen twice, Rewind. Don't you do it.
As long as Rebel remembers to stand up and block, that's it throughout this match.
Yeah, because the entire bracket, like you said, Rewind has not used that button whatsoever.
He did it overhead anybody all day until he has now decided to beat that overhead into Rebel's mind. He will never forget about it after this.
Time for you to realize you need to stand up and fight.
A demoness would be a worthy opponent.
I'd love to believe that Reiko's trying to be inspirational in that moment. It's just a gym bro. It just keeps hitting him over like, no, you got this set, man. You got.
Stand up!
Stand up and fight! He did it round start! He's trolling! I think he wanted to do it again.
I mean, hey, what's easy, you know? Like, look at the damage, like you said, 100 damage every single overhead.
Yeah, and you know, again, as funny as it looked, all right, now it's, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but he is hitting it so many times now.
Yeah, try to go for the double leg takedown, but got blown up through the armor. Nice bounce off missile that allowed for the approach. Nice forward 3!
Yes, Rebel, yes, do that right back.
Micro duck from Rewind. We got the reset from Darius here, just trying to catch up on damage.
And as we just learned a second ago, he's got, this is even more! Is this 60%?
How'd it get so high? Why is it so?
What is this combo? That was 61%! What is scaling? What is chip damage as well? But damn!
Round 2.
I think that I'm fairly certain that's the first in bracket 60% string I've seen.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Usually you see that on Check's YouTube channel, but instead you're seeing that here in the match.
Not slide into the DMs.
Yeah, spend the meter. Honestly, you need to send the message right back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Run away with this game.
He needs it. Get out of here. Nobody needs no 61% combo. Leave. Unless it's me, I want that. Right now, Rewind actually facing the current potential fear of what was stated a while ago. Hey, Zero, do you remember the 21st night where we had yet another potential 3-0 that could happen?
Hold on, yo.
And we danced the night away?
One game. This is just one game, yo.
Just one game?
I don't let this happen.
Better call on all the elements of the earth, wind, and that fire, and maybe some thunder. Get that little amulet that thunder that Raiden got right now, because you need to spark up some hope in your life. He already went down to a reverse 3-0 before. Rebel looked really good in that game. I know Rewind's up right now, but
A demoness will
It's
be
the
a
curse.
worthy
We'll see
opponent.
if the curse exists.
This demon will be your end.
Because it either goes all in or the full run.
overhead at the round start again.
Oh no.
Do it again.
Well,
Do it again.
it was a back fist to start.
Well, he did just do back four before that, so now he's got the conditioning going. All right. See if Rewind can actually finish the job here.
Missile, yeah. Good chunk of damage here. Nice start for Rewind. No anti-air, just let the jump in happen.
At least he was able to tech the throw on that, because Rebel was about to get full corner out of that.
Yeah, not even a stand one either to go for the anti-air, which we saw so much accuracy.
That's
from
true.
Rewind.
Yeah, there was so, like, he's been the pioneer so far today of stand one anti-airs.
There we go. Match point for Rewind.
All right. Seems like Rewind might be trying to put an end to that potential curse of the reverse 3-0s here on TNS.
Yep. Ooh, nice little duck there from Rewind. Overhead.
Good mixes again. He just went for back four before. Wouldn't be surprised to see him double up on it. Yeah, he doubled up on the low that time.
What a block series here from Rewind. Nice, another overhead.
He is winning simply off of overhead and back four in Shuriken.
Yep.
That's like, that's
Jesus.
entirely what he's doing. There's that standing
Yeah,
one
stand
anti-air.
one
You had to
anti-air.
break that. Back four. Yeah, back. Oh, he actually did. Right, he's layering it now.
Side swap, what a smart call to avoid the missile. Restand, what a victory. We'll see, because this Johnny Cage pressure that we saw earlier was pretty difficult to deal with, but the back and forth was true.
Yeah.
Then also to think about too, Johnny Cage 3-0. It was a 2-0 start for Rewind. We'll see.
Yeah, I think the average, I was trying to pay close attention to it too. Pulse is getting at least 15 to 20%, if not 25% off of every string that he does on blocks, but it's usually averaging to around 20%.
Yeah.
That is a lot of passive damage you're taking just to try and get a turn.
All right, and as we get into this, don't forget, folks, one more opportunity for that match, Reno. $150 is in the pot right now. 150 more to get that top 4 payout.
Of course, you also got one more match to drop some subscriptions, much like Soul is Soul here in September. Thank you so much for that, dropping that tier 1 to support TNS. A near flawless victory was going on there for a second, but Rewind taking 36%, and we mentioned before, no, block string is one thing, taking the actual hit significantly worse.
Oh yes, absolutely. But I mean, hey, you have little to no health to keep up this offensive pressure that you found. Round going to Rewind in game.
Yeah, we mentioned before how sometimes Cyrax can end up sending you away from the position you wanted, and that's not what Pulse wanted.
No.
That actually gave him perfect distance to throw the Shuriken.
Yeah, that should have been just the straight vertical. You stay in the corner, get that hard knockdown, and rerun that set play.
Thank you so much for not only that 100 bits from Akuma, but also the subscription from MST RK. You got a lot of letters. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription
It's
with that
Mastercraft.
prime. Mastercraft. Wow, I can't read. I can't read. Right now, Rewind, reminding everybody how that overhead feels.
All right, Darius reset. Big round and victory here for Rewind.
That was dominant. That was dominant from Rewind in that second round. All right, well, Rewind on the board. 1-0. You did mention before, it was after the 2-0 that Pulse was able to get the reverse 3-0. But there is a very common theme of people being on the loser side. They've already been running hot because they had to play matches before. So Rewind coming right into this after that Asher dub. Going to be a little bit more warmed up compared to Pulse, who had to wait a few matches.
Very true. We'll see how this breaks down here. I mean, I don't think Pulse really got anything started until that one corner interaction in round 1 on the east side of the screen, where God, they were already down to death anyways.
Yeah. Starting off round start slide too. I think that's the very first time that he's done that all day. He's been so good at mixing up his approaches.
Ooh, nice low to duck under the high and interrupt as well.
Well, yeah, don't be in a scramble situation with Reiko while he's got meter. That's usually not going to work out for you. And he's going to do it twice in a row too. It's so good at stealing the turn.
Yeah, stealing the turn because he's got the army. You got to go for something that is for sure going to break through. Holy, yeah, that'll. Oh no.
It won't be enough because the combo drops at that point and he didn't have Fatal Blow available, but the damage was done. Rewind looking very, very strong here after that previous round and into this one too. Pulse having a hard time kind of, like, the biggest thing with Johnny is that he needs you to block.
Yeah.
But Rewind was willing to armor through or poke back at him.
Right. All right, this is a perfect corner position here for Pulse. Nice air pickup.
Ninja Kid Ryu with the subscription again. Thank you for all these continued subscriptions. We've actually reached the hype train because of that.
Oh, wow. Rewind bullying their way out.
Doubling up on the overhead.
Yes, indeed. Dang, the armor. Side swap as well. This is an opportunity for Rewind to just retake the control, but yeah, an uppercut. Actually, thank you, Cyrax. That was really good.
Yeah, that worked out incredibly well because if he doesn't get that, we already just saw a little while ago, he's got not only a 50% string, but a 60% string. So what we assume might be a safe range is not a safe range against Reiko.
Fine, out of this corner I go. I'm taking you to the East Coast.
East Coast, West Coast currently getting carried all the way over, but the range on that normal, I like that break to keep him locked in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, too, the problem with that approach was Pulse really telegraphed that string, so they gave Rewind the opportunity to know what the final hit was going to be to interrupt it.
Rewind putting a little bit of meter up. He's got 2 bars available, so he can start to chunk that damage. Is he going to go for it right away?
Game begins. Nice dunk.
That is now 3 or 4 times that Pulse tried to box with Rewind in the same position while he had 2 meters and lost his life for that. I think I wouldn't be surprised in game 3 if we see Pulse try to either A, empty jump around that, or B, at worst, if you do empty jump and you take the standing 1, you're taking about 200, but you're getting pushed away. You can also try to at least enhance the wake up off of that. But if you're standing right next to him while he's got the 2 meter, you're staring at 40% plus and you're down.
Yeah.
But it's so scary to deal with that situation. And I think that's the only time I've seen Johnny Cage actually struggle to find block string pressure. It has not been that case all day with Pulse so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's, again, the threat of being that close to a grappler in general. Like, this is the most terrifying pseudo-grappler that you kind of get out of Reiko anyways, because you're at that range, you're right. There's so many opportunities for Reiko to blow up your normal pressure. Yeah, super early. Yeah, Pulse on that string.
Yeah, Pulse holding forward. He went in that time. Actually, that's not the safest of checks, but it did save him right there.
Yo, okay. It worked out because it looked like it was going to side swap, but Cyrax also reset the position of Reiko, and now we got a side swap right back at you here.
26%. He's in that uncomfortable range, but it doesn't matter. Yo, he is not dropping the Siren strings anymore. That's something that happened earlier where he was dropping quite a few of those. He was only getting like maybe 1 jump kick. Now he's maximizing his damage.
a micro duck to avoid the high completely. We still were able to recover in time to get a stand one block. There we go.
Right. Full screen distance exactly where he wants. Of course, you always have to respect the Cyrax net. Instead, he decided to just rush him down.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Got our uppercut here. Yeah, and it's just straight air to air. We're not doing anything fancy. All air to air. Good call out.
That should be enough to take it out. Actually, no, it's going to be a pixel. We still got a little bit left, but it doesn't matter. Rewind is one set point away from getting us that reset 3-0.
Doug. Down on hyper.
See if he decides to go into the hype mode in a second. Of course, he needs to get a solid position to hit confirm off that. You don't want to end up going into it and have it wasted by Reiko backing up. Here we go.
There's your reset here. Nice. Air pick up. Oh, I thought that was going to be mad low.
Oh my God! Once again, and the standing jump, and he still ends up on
neutral jump with the kick to get this combo going.
and keeping it going. That's two neutral jumps in a row, but now the Reiko fatal blow combo is on deck. And this is going to hurt a lot. And not that he had the 3 bars. That was the perfect time.
Absolutely, but you got to be careful on this approach. Pulse trying to wiggle their way in to get the victory here, but it looks like Rewind is one shuriken away. Oh, the whip throw will get punished. This should be able to kill here. Pulse finishes the combo. No! It was supposed to be the forward Cyrax, and we still got it on chip.
That's all he needed. He just needed to get that 4-3 to be able to guarantee he gets block string locked down, and he kept it done. Remember, Johnny doesn't have a combo off of Fatal Blow for anybody who's curious why he may not have pulled it, because it's a parry counter-based move. Yep. So you have to finish it off of just a true combo. 10 respect given on that from Rewind. It's like, okay, you know what? You got it. You got it. I'll give it up. Bro, we are getting spoiled. We're getting absolutely spoiled tonight with these sets.
I mean, it is definitely a great set to be watching right now, but Jesus Christ. To see Cyrax fail on the forward helicopter there, that could have been a disaster. We'd have a reset. We'll see. Pulse, first game on the board.
Holding on to that Pulse indeed, trying to keep that blood flow going and wake up a little bit. It's time. Pulse already did this before. He already had that reverse 3-0 one good time. Will he make it happen again?
Nice. Pressure's going with forward helicopter, of course.
Lockdown time. Again, everybody, just look at that health
go
away, and he gets a mistake.
Dropped it though, and still we're going coast to coast. It doesn't matter which side, I'm keeping the pressure.
Yeah, that could have been so much worse. Look how Rewind is always perfectly content to go for the throw and put himself in the corner. He doesn't care. Back up, that's 40%.
Trying to go for some micro ducks there. Didn't overextend, that's good. Nice backdash was here from Pulse. Trying to get Rewind to overextend as well.
Keep him locked down. He's a little too far away to go for 4-3 start, but doesn't matter. He still keeps him locked down.
Nice staggers. Yes, spent the 2 bar to go for the kill.
Guarantee that he can get the calls out around here. No, still a little bit of life left.
Yeah.
There's a bar attached to Rewind. He can steal this match, but it's...
Kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you.
The neutral jump kick is going to take it in Pulse.
Round 2.
It's happening again.
Looking real nice. Yo, slide. Who was ready for it?
Slide, I'll kick right back, bro. I got one of those too.
Yeah, immediate double leg takedown.
The overhead coming back into play. He tried to go for it again, but got interrupted by down 1.
Got the armor getting blown up here by Pulse's summon of Cyrax. Nice overhead. Yeah, the trigger didn't work out, but we armor up, shadow kick, and again, double leg takedown on wake up.
Bro, they're
1
just
bar for each.
They're just doing it now.
Yeah.
Like they're just straight up both waking up, very aggressive. They weren't doing that much before.
Jeez. Got 1 touch.
Back up.
Oh, a little bit too far from the jump 2.
Yeah. Look at how many more neutral jumps we're talking about. We were literally just talking about that a while ago because he kept losing that. Now we're seeing Pulse do it way more.
You're done!
He's so dead! All right, Rewind has another shot here, Zero, to try and get that reset.
Fight.
I'm surprised full screen stood up a little bit too early.
Look at me, Johnny! That's the first I heard of that.
Boom.
All right, quick throw.
Yep.
Do it again.
Nice. Got the micro duck there. Oh, again, the forward helicopter. We got to be careful. These input errors will cost you.
Rewind, now getting that 2 bar. So he's only been going for the simple throw right now, but he does have access to the 2 bar throw.
No, you trying to sneak in a throw, you cheeky devil.
Yeah, good breaker just to try and keep position. But we talked about it before, Rewind's been really good in this corner. Oh, he interrupted it. He doesn't have any meter for that now. Missed input. The missed input, that's huge. That was his game to try and take away. He was gonna put so much damage on the Rewind.
Oh no. Okay, we got the trade, got the net.
Okay, Pulse, he very much can still do this. He has 2 bars available.
Money shot.
He's got Sirens.
We got the stagger, and it does mean that Pulse goes up 2-all in the set.
Yo, Pulse and Rewind are nuts. But Pulse is built different right now.
Oh, I see what you did. Nuts, huh?
I'm sorry, man. I've just found about your allergy today. I'm sorry.
No, I meant
sorry.
the nut punch from Johnny Cage, not the nut allergy.
All right, here we go. Here we go. One more potential match of the tournament. If Pulse is able to stop this not once but twice and get the reverse 3-0. But we did say it earlier. Look, I'm predicting the reset. I think I don't think there's a world they let us get out of here on this game 5. I think Rewind might clutch it up, but Pulser's been playing insane, so not much to say other than let's see who the better man is right now.
Oh, nice.
Starting off round start with the armored grab.
Yeah. Armor right off rip. Oh, jeez. And it wasn't even backed up the Cyrax, so that's a full punish you're going to eat here.
Quick 1-2-4 starter to 25%. Overhead again. Wake up buttons, though. He was not wasting any time with that standing 1.
Ooh, too low. Yeah, good recognition, though, from Pulse.
Block string time inbound. He has 2 Cyraxes available for it, but the armor is not going to have anything to do with that.
That's the problem in your matchup right now is the armor. You got to watch out for it. So now the gamble begins. Nice throw, back throw to get this corner position. Down 1 interrupt, though, from Rewind real quick.
We're going to spend that meter to make sure we get that extended throw combo.
Okay, jump 2. Nice reset to throw. That's how we're going to call out the double leg sweep on armor. To make sure, hey, I'm not overcommitted. I'm immediately spending on throw. Round for Pulse here.
Oh, his shimmies have been so good. Is Pulse going to do it one more time where he takes him out and gives Johnny his first tournament win so far of MK1? Nobody's been blocking that all day long.
Gosh. Okay. Such a long reach here. Okay, we got the taunt.
Bro, Rewind is about to pull a flawless. Bro,
He got touched. He got touched.
okay, he got slightly tapped, but he basically a perfect round. Okay, do we have a tournament winner or do we have a reset right now?
Punish, immediate break here from Rewind. Nice duck.
Shuriken's out, needs to keep that space. He doesn't want to let him get in until he feels like he can.
Yeah, had to spend for the chip. Oh, no, opened up but wasn't ready to commit.
He's caught him on the gap almost every time here.
But didn't send it all the way. Nice throw here. And got the bounce too with the extended on 2 bars.
All right, he's got 50+% already on the Rewind, and he's gonna get yet another throw.
Nice knee. Oh my God.
He can finish it right here. And that's it. Pulse dominating once again on that last round, and the shimmy's just a little message at the end. Not once, but 2 times. Pulse saw him eating and said, "Give me that plate. It's my food." And he finishes it for him as he goes ahead and takes it in another reverse 3-0 to close out the night.
This TNS curse is something else. But Rewind did break it in the losers finals at the very least. But holy smokes, Pulse with the Johnny Cage victory, back-to-back reverse sweeps like you just said. What a treat this bracket was tonight.
What a phenomenal treat this game has been so far for us to enjoy. And if you've been enjoying this, for one, remember, don't forget to subscribe and drop every bit of support you can into the stream. But also, these VODs will be up on TitaniumTigerz Sleep's YouTube channel, which will be also hosting all of this weekend's VODs, because this isn't the only MK1 action you're going to see. You're going to see more tomorrow at 2 throughout this whole weekend. It'll be going on.
Yeah, 2 o'clock tomorrow on Juicy Game Night will begin Mortal Kombat action here at CEO Taku. It'll be myself and Ajax opening up the show to kick off the weekend. It's been a spectacular time. All of you hanging out with us, thank you so very much. We greatly appreciate it.